Hello, you fuckwits, you degenerates. Welcome back to Erratic Symposium, episode 15. With me, your host, Jordan, and my friend, the other host,
Kodo.
Yeah. So, what is gonna happen today? I don't know. We've been out for quite a while, haven't we? Like, it's been cool. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, because your test is coming up.
There's like tests and stuff. I have assignments and all that. I wasn't really
wait.
to do much.
Hold on. I told your course doesn't have test, doesn't have exam.
Dude, that is.
It's all assignment. I thought.
No, that isn't the case. That's not true. No,
really?
for the topics about.
I see.
No, for the courses of mass for the mass comm courses. They don't have exams. For the marketing courses, they have exams. So I'm doing those exams.
So you basically only have one exam.
No, I have like 2 this semester.
Two
marketing exams this semester. So yeah.
That isn't a lot.
I technically should be fucking studying right now, but I'm not.
Yeah, but I basically pull you in and tell you, wait, we have to do this episode. I told you.
We have to do this episode because who cares about our marks? We can basically earn money doing podcasting.
Yeah, if we start a Patreon.
And if people at least, I don't know, fucking pay. I don't know whether or not people will pay for this, though. That's a bit of a stretch.
I don't think so. And I'm also not like trying to like do this for profit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're not here to monetize it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even if I want to do something on the internet to monetize it, probably not this one.
I hear something in the background. You're playing a game right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I forgot to mute it.
Damn it. Mute it, you son of a
Hold
bitch. On. This is a high quality fucking podcast. We don't do that shit. Yeah. Great.
I told you know that I've been playing games during podcast.
I know you have been playing games, but I didn't notice that like you could hear the games or something like that. This is like the first time I muted. Yeah, then this is the first time. This is the first time you didn't mute it then.
I forgot to mute it.
Oh, forgetful. This man snaps him.
Okay, anyway. What are we saying again? Talking about the test and something.
And what is it?
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh no.
I don't remember.
We were talking about the test. We were talking about exams. We were talking about the fact that I don't
have that
many exams. You said, that's very little.
Yeah, you don't have that many exams. It's just like, we are talking about monetizing. Yes, monetizing the content. Yeah, I'm not gonna like ask people to donate to us for this podcast series because I feel like it doesn't have any purpose to this.
There is no purpose to really monetizing this. I mean, it's literally just 2 guys talking about whatever happened in their lives. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a for fun thing. We're not here to like extort people of money. That's not really something we're interested in at this point in time.
Yeah, unless we actually do it using doing some really content that is something like maybe inform.
Yeah, something more formal, something like that, I guess.
Information. Yeah, and then and we start a Patreon, then that is makes more sense.
That would make more sense, yes.
Something that is more about giving information and stuff.
More about giving information, but something more entertaining as well. Something planned out. Not something impromptu like this. Not something unprofessional. This is very unprofessional. We don't plan shit out. We just talk. We literally just opened this fucking chat like minutes ago. We didn't talk about what we are gonna talk about. Well, technically in detail or anything like that. We just said, let's just fucking go into it. Who cares if we have a topic or not? Let's just go as deep as we can and see what happens. See if people are entertained by the sound of our Malaysian voices. Ooh.
Yeah, I agree to that.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, speaking about things we just talked about before we start this recording, we are going to talk about Godzilla!
Yeah, the new Godzilla movie. Now what?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
How much do you like
I
it?
love it. It's a good movie. It was a good like action film at the very least. Good, big monster film. I didn't really have that.
Yeah. I mean, wait, hold on first. I do not remember whether you have watched 2014 and 2016.
I have watched Godzilla 2014. I have also watched Shin Godzilla as well.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, so my ranking basically goes 2016, 2019, and 2014.
I suppose my ranking would also be the same. 2014 feels the weakest in terms of the monsters, but it is. I don't know whether or not it's good enough to say that it's the best in terms of the human characters.
Well, I will not recommend 2014 to anyone at all.
That's a bit of a pretty shitty way of saying that, because I remember Godzilla 2014 had one of the best build-ups to Godzilla. That is some real magic right there. I do recommend it to people. I do recommend it.
Well, I don't. To me, Godzilla in 2014 in my mind is just, I only remember that for two things: the Godzilla fatality and the build up to his first appearance, and that's it. I don't remember anything else.
I don't know. I still like the movie. It's a very, I suppose it's a very interesting.
Back then,
it's a very interesting.
Back then,
keep going.
Yeah, back then I really like it. Back then when I was young, I watched it with my classmates and I really enjoy it. But now that I think about it, yeah, I don't think it's really. I don't think it's that good. And at least 2019 improved on it.
I don't know. I still value 2014 quite a bit. It was very interesting. It's technically.
Yeah, I don't.
It was one. It was
not anymore.
It was the movie that technically broke me out of like my almost decade-long lack of watching the cinema, of going to the cinema. I literally just went there just to watch Godzilla. It was great. It was a lot of fun, but of course the problem was that there wasn't that much Godzilla. But then I started wondering, how much Godzilla was there in the older movies? And I've come to realize, in the older movies, there are quite a lot of like.
It's not. The problem isn't about.
The problem isn't. So for me, the problem isn't about how much Godzilla there is.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. That isn't the issue.
So the problem is the fact that it seems very boring. There's something not memorable about every other part of the movie.
Yeah, there is a way. There is not a whole lot of monster actions, and the characters aren't that interesting, which is like the most common, basically the most common criticism by now.
The biggest mistake during the writing of the film was that they killed off Bryan Cranston, basically the only interesting fucking guy in the film. I don't know why they did that.
Well, I don't really care about.
Well, Bryan
maybe
Cranston
you're right.
Such great acting.
I don't know. I cannot tell acting. I cannot tell acting. I cannot tell voice acting.
Not even what the fuck? It's not even voice acting. It's just the raw emotion coming out of the actor, coming out of the dad who was gonna die. I mean, who died very early in the film.
Yeah, I also see some people like really mad that Bryan Cranston died so early.
Yeah, Bryan Cranston, I have heard he is a very good actor, and he
made a name in the Breaking Bad.
He sells his like emotional. He sells his acting very well in a sense, which is very.
I mean, he's the one with the most emotion of every characters in the film.
I don't know whether or not he has the most talent. It's a bit hard to really say. But I don't know. The marketing also made it seem as if Bryan Cranston was gonna be there throughout the movie, and then suddenly we're replacing him with a boring military guy.
The Kick-Ass. He's the guy from Kick-Ass.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the main character from Kick-Ass.
Shit. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And yeah, we all like. Bryan Cranston is shown in the trailer, and people thought, Bryan Cranston might be one of the main character, and then in the movie he just died very early on.
Very early.
Yeah.
They could have at least used him as well. He could have been like a second part of the story. Like he could have, either he follows the military guy, or he goes on his own in his own story. Of course, with like Godzilla or the Mutos or some shit like that. It would have at least added more depth into the human characters, and I would come to feel a lot more people would not be that angry about the film if we had better, very good character acting in a sense.
Well, I think even if Bryan Cranston, even if the directors made the smart decision to keep Bryan Cranston alive, the people's opinion is just that everybody sucks except for Bryan Cranston.
But they would have at the very least valued the human element of the film, if only because Bryan Cranston is there.
Well, maybe Bryan Cranston will make it less boring. Especially when they fucking cut out every possible monster fight moments, which is annoying. They still do this in 2019.
I don't know. I
cannot believe it.
No, I feel like pacing-wise, it would make sense, especially if there's something to do with maybe time constraints or something like that, or maybe. I mean, it's actually pretty hard to actually try to be devil's advocate for this. I feel like the first time Godzilla appears, it actually a part of me actually feels very, very much okay with excusing the fact that we did not see the first Muto fight.
No, I'm very angry. Let me think about that. When I first watched 2014, I saw Godzilla appear. I was like so fucking hyped. And then the next scene, they show a fucking little kid looking at the TV, and the Godzilla and Muto just like fighting in the TV, and they just show like 2 shots. And I was like, what? That's it? That's the first fight? That's the first fight of Godzilla? You have to be kidding me.
There's no good way of actually excusing that. We couldn't make excuses. We could try and say, oh, pacing, oh, this and that, oh, maybe budget. I don't know.
Is this a pacing issue?
There could be. There could be a way to make the pacing.
I'm not sure.
It may actually just be all about building up to the big fight, which is a bit weird because you can still very much build up to the big fight with a smaller fucking fight, but for some reason they didn't do that. They just went, let's look at the TV. Nothing fucking happened. The Muto that can fly ran away.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I was back when I was watching 2019. Actually, I have to say the way they flow from the monster fight to the human running away is they actually flow really well.
I don't know. A lot of people say it actually doesn't flow that well at all. They want to watch the monster fight. But it keeps going away.
To me, it flows really well. It flows really well. But I still don't like it because the humans aren't that interesting and I want to see giant monsters beating each other. But they just want to cut to the human for some reason. And I was thinking...
Because the humans are the anchors for us. We can't have an entire movie where it's just giant monsters fighting. That would actually get very boring. I swear to God. There will be a point where...
That's what I was thinking. Is there any way to fix this? I was thinking, is there any way to fix it? So the next day, when my friends visit me, without telling them anything, I just play Godzilla Final Wars, which is before the last Godzilla film before the 2014 one. Have you watched Final Wars?
I've only watched until halfway. I don't know. I don't remember why I stopped though.
Final Wars has cut to human element during the fighting, but at the same time, Final Wars isn't obnoxious. It actually done it really well. And Final Wars is a lot more dumber. A lot more dumb than...
A whole lot more dumber. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's a whole lot more dumb, but I actually recommend that over 2019 or 2014.
Only because it's a very funny kind of dumb. It is in its own...
It has the monster action I want. It fulfills my monster action need. And the human element is so fucking stupid, it's entertaining. Unlike 2019 or 2014, which is not that good.
I don't know.
Maybe they look like they're trying to pretend it's good.
I actually like 2019's.
No, I don't.
I don't care about the humans. I don't really have very high standards with stuff like this. I find it acceptable. I shrug at it. It's like, sure. No, the humans are there to technically just take us to places, to let us see shit.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, I have to say, 2019 is actually entertaining for from the beginning up until the moment that Godzilla is hit by the oxygen destroyer. That whole part is actually quite entertaining. They keep me awake. They are not that boring. And then afterwards, the rest is actually pretty boring up until Godzilla meet King Ghidorah again. So between that part, which is that when between the Godzilla get hit by oxygen destroyer and Godzilla meet King Ghidorah for the final fight, between those parts, they are very, very boring.
I don't know. I found it fine, basically.
I find that the weakest part.
I found it interesting at the very least. I suppose I was looking for different stuff. You were looking for monster fights. I was looking for, at the very least, something fun. It was fun at the very least for me. It's very interesting.
Well,
but I don't know.
Actually, yes, I do look for monster fight. Yes, monster fight is in my top priority. You could say that, but it's not like I don't completely ignore the human part. I mean, Shin Godzilla and Final Wars, they make the human part interesting in their own ways. So I can say I can accept things that isn't in my highest priority. I can appreciate them, but yeah. But in terms of 2019 and 2014, I don't really appreciate them. I don't think they are that good.
I still find Godzilla 2014, 2019 too, at the very least, be entertaining. That's for me though. My standards are actually very low when it comes to movies. I don't know. It could just be because I've never watched that many movies.
I also didn't watch that many movies.
But you have watched a lot of other things.
Not
and all that, shit.
That much.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of animes, but not a lot of movies.
I'm not really subscribed to the idea of trying to be harsh to stuff. Unless it's so shit, you cannot help it but get fucking mad. When it comes to like stuff like when it comes to like stuff that some people
speaking of that, speaking of that, I also sometimes I don't like how harsh I myself toward certain stuff I watch. Like I don't want to be so harsh toward that.
I don't want to be harsh. I'd rather play devil's advocate and just appreciate the stuff that's there. Try to explain to myself like why is it there? Could it be better? What if it did? What if it was better? How would it look like in my imagination?
Yeah, if it will be better in my imagination, the Godzilla 2019 and 2014 will have more monster fight and less human elements.
The human elements in Godzilla movies is actually a very crucial part of the film, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, not in terms of not in terms of 2014 to 2019 Godzilla, but in terms of like most Godzilla movies in the even in the past.
Yeah, in Shin Godzilla it's very important and it's very interesting. And it's very interesting in Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla was very interesting because the main theme of it, the part about the satirization of like Japanese politics and stuff, is based on the humans. It is not really based on Godzilla. It is based on the humans' reaction to Godzilla. Godzilla is the best part of the film, but in the grand scheme of things, it is the humans that drive the theme home.
I don't have anything to say. And then you can say that.
I don't know. I would like to think that is a good way of talking about it. You need to understand when it comes to like interpretations and stuff, not one interpretation is 100% correct until, I don't know, the fucking director comes out and says, yeah, that's how it fucking is. Or, oh, it's not like that, it's like this.
Or you can be death of the author. You can choose the death of the author rule and don't care whatever the creators say. But that's another topic. That's another topic. Yeah. Yeah, Shin Godzilla is really about how the humans react to it. Mm-hmm. But even then, I don't know, I just find them just very interesting to watch.
It could be it could actually just
Shin Godzilla.
Continue. Sorry.
Technically, Shin Godzilla is actually more boring. Technically, it's more boring.
It's boring for a person who can't really appreciate this kind of satirization. this kind of bureaucratic.
Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean by satirization?
Satire, basically making fun.
Satire. Satire.
Satirization, basically.
Yeah, I say I satirize how the government react.
Yeah.
Japanese government react to the 2011 disasters.
I guess.
Yeah. But then it's much more. But to me, it's much more than that. Yeah. In the beginning, it's like, oh, let's see how they try to react to this and see how they screw up. But then there's the main character. He looks like he's the only good one. He's the only smart guy in the whole room, and just see him trying to succeed.
He's the only smart guy because he's a young politician. He looks beyond what the older politicians usually go for.
Wait, hold on.
You do notice this, right? Most of the other politicians are old motherfuckers. He is
in the climax, all the stuff they work together, they are basically all young people.
And that's they're
also smart people.
And that's the thing that gets them to succeed in the movie's context. They're young. They know new stuff. They are in a place where they accept new ideas. They have new ideas. If they were old farts, they would be very stubborn in a sense. It's basically, it's also satirizing, I guess, a very noticeable rigidness in Japanese politics. It's all old people. Ugh. There's no change.
There's one very memorable scene.
Yeah.
To me, it's like at the beginning that, when before the baby Godzilla appear.
Yeah.
In the beginning, they are trying to like identify what's going on. Mm-hmm. They find 3 very old biologists, and none of them give satisfying answer. Then they find a young doctor or something, and the doctor give the government a very useful information. And they say that doctor comes from a very low ranking position, but she gives them the actual useful info.
It's because they got themselves old scientists. The old scientists did not answer anything because the old scientists were afraid that their position meant that if they said something that sounded stupid to the general consensus, they would lose their reputation. So maybe they say something wrong about this weird creature in the sea. If they say something wrong, people are gonna laugh at them because, well, it's fucking wrong. And think about it, a sea monster this big cannot exist. In a sense, I guess. There are a lot of things biologically that will make it very hard for something like this to exist. If they said, oh, it does exist, and then suddenly, the creature disappears, everyone is going to laugh them out of like the industry.
Actually, you have a point.
And the low ranking is, I don't remember that part actually, the low ranking doctor or something, scientist or something like that, who gives him the information.
She's a character. She's on the character that is actually useful.
Oh,
she's also one of the characters that's actually
the one
useful.
That's rather like blunt with how she talks about stuff. She's not very emotive or anything like that.
And she doesn't have much emotion on her face, if I remember correctly.
In that sense, again, this is another part of like the old versus the new. A low-ranking scientist. So of course she's low-ranked. She doesn't really have that much at stake in a sense. And maybe so. Of course she doesn't really have much to like uphold and stuff. So of course, if she sees the data, if she thinks the data is relevant, she of course will how should I say it? Accept it, I guess. I don't know. It's a bit hard to really say by this point.
Yeah, I don't think you have a point. I think you have a point, but also thinking that, what if the young what if the film is like trying to say that the young is actually more competent than the old?
That was technically my point. The young should be the future of the future. But for some reason, let's look at what they were satirizing. They're satirizing Japanese politics and stuff. Japanese politics is full of old people, old men, just men, old men. I don't know whether or not there's any women in like Japanese politics. I would come to believe there's like a few, but there
is in the movie.
But they are usually very much in the minority. And I guess stereotypically, Japanese politicians are very rigid. They don't change. They stay the same, in a sense. It's pretty hard for them. They're very stubborn, I guess, when it comes to like ideas, new ideas and stuff. So here it's basically saying, look at the young people succeeding. They're succeeding because they are different from the old people. They can change. They can be competent in the new like millennium. They're competent because they have all these new stuff that they are learning, all that, I don't know, all that stuff, like something like that, something of the sort.
Yeah, I think we don't have anything more to say about Godzilla after this. Oh wait,
what was your favorite scene from Godzilla 2019?
2019?
Yes.
Favorite scenes? Well, let me think. Godzilla gone Super Saiyan.
Really, that one?
Yeah, that's really hype. I find that really, really hype. Yeah, but they could make that scene even better, in my opinion.
How?
Even though I find it already very high and surpassed the best scenes in 2014.
How would you make it better?
What?
How would you make it better?
Make it better?
You said you could
Oh,
make
wait
it better,
first. No, I didn't say make it. I think it can be better.
It can be better.
I think it can be better.
It better? What is your concept of better?
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, we didn't exactly see Godzilla screw up King Ghidorah when he's in that mode. We just see a big explosion and Godzilla and one of the King Ghidorah's head is on his mouth after the explosions. Is it like this?
Did you even watch the same part? No, he does fuck up King Ghidorah.
No, I don't remember.
Are you you said it was the best part of the fucking film. How did you forget it?
From what I remember is Godzilla, he gone Super Saiyan and King Ghidorah is afraid of him. And Godzilla just keep walking and then there's a lot of nuclear explosions and then he just keep walking here to Ghidorah. And after the last final explosions, the head is in his mouth. That's what I remember. I don't remember that Godzilla goes near Ghidorah and beat him up or bite him or something or use something.
Godzilla is so full of Super Saiyan energy that the only thing he does is just pulse out nuclear energy so hot it burns King Ghidorah's wings and two of his heads, basically. And then after that he steps on King Ghidorah and Ghidorah I guess explodes because, well,
yes, I remember that. Yeah, he walks close and steps on Ghidorah.
That was pretty cool.
He steps on Ghidorah and Ghidorah burns really hard.
Yeah,
he gets burned.
He basically explodes. It's like all of the
energy.
He explodes so hard the entire city is destroyed, and the entire scene, like during the explosion, is literally just white. It's so bright. Kaboom!
Wait, who are you saying who explode? You're saying Godzilla or Ghidorah?
When Godzilla steps on King Ghidorah, he crushes King Ghidorah's body, and then I guess like all the energy inside King Ghidorah explodes out, basically killing King Ghidorah in the process.
Wait, is it that? I thought it's Godzilla the one who explodes.
No, King Ghidorah
is the one who explodes and destroys.
Godzilla explodes twice, destroying King Ghidorah's wings and two of King Ghidorah's heads. King Ghidorah falls down because he's like, oh shit, oh fuck, oh no, I tripped, I'm now on my back. Godzilla goes closer, steps on King Ghidorah, basically, like, caves in King Ghidorah's, like, body, and all of King Ghidorah's energy inside of him, like, burst out because, you know, now there's nothing containing it. His body is now, like, fucking caved in and shit. And he explodes! Boom! The entire city is destroyed. And then after that, there's, like, a huge amount of rubble. Suddenly, King Ghidorah's head comes out, but then we realize, oh no, it's actually Godzilla with King Ghidorah's head in his mouth.
Yeah, how does it end up in his mouth?
It's a bit hard to really say.
Okay, so when I see that the head is in his mouth, I thought that the movie once again skipped a very important moment that shouldn't be skipped, which is maybe Godzilla go grab his head, bite his head off.
We could
that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
We could actually assume that if King Ghidorah's only head survived the explosion, and Godzilla and King Ghidorah's head were under the rubble, we could assume that maybe once Godzilla, I guess, calmed down, he noticed the head still there, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna kill you now. In which case, then he grabs King Ghidorah's head. We just don't see that because they're under the rubble.
But then, you say under the rubble, then we can see it actually.
No, they're under the rubble, and then King Ghidorah's head comes out of the rubble. You don't see the head. You don't see the body.
Okay, and then?
And then, you know, the next part of the movie fucking happens.
Hold on.
Mind you, no, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm saying we do not see the part where Godzilla gets King Ghidorah's head because we can basically just assume and stuff. You don't really want to slow down the pacing by suddenly showing Godzilla picking up King Ghidorah's head under the rubble and then coming out.
Okay. Well, I wanna see. Oh, what I'm thinking is that before the final explosions. Okay, wait, the audio's weird. Hello.
Hello, are you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah, maybe we can see what happens in the final explosions.
You technically
what happens during the.
You technically don't even have to. You already know, well, the explosion is coming from King Ghidorah. He's fucked.
But for some reason, what I remember is the explosion comes from Godzilla. And you say it comes from King Ghidorah.
The explosion comes from Godzilla twice. He pulses out. Then when Godzilla steps on King Ghidorah and caves his fucking body, the explosion comes from King Ghidorah. Basically, no, it's not King Ghidorah trying to cause the explosion to kill Godzilla. It's King Ghidorah basically exploding.
Yeah, that's what. But what I remember in the head is Godzilla is the one who made the final explosion.
Bitch, I saw the fucking movie twice. I know what I'm talking about.
Fine, I already watched it once.
I technically watched it twice because the first time I watched it, there was no music. Something was wrong with my theater. There was no music. Everything else was there. Dialogue, sound effects, but there was no music. So the second time I went... Were you even fucking listening?
Yes. But I was surprised. Like no music. What the hell?
Yeah, there was no music at all. Very disappointing. So I went there the second time the next fucking day just to watch the film with sound. It was great. And then after that, I came out and went to a nice burger place. It was nice. Have you heard of the Fuel?
Burger place?
Have you heard of the Fuel Shack?
No.
Okay, never mind then. They sell really good. They sell pretty okay like burgers. Pretty good. I like it.
Oh.
Maybe I could go back. Like, I don't have any money though. Shit. Fuck, I'm poor. I'm sad.
Oh. Yeah. Well. So you will recommend? Do you have anything more to say about Godzilla?
I haven't talked about like the favorite shit I've seen. I guess I haven't talked about my favorite scene.
Oh, what's your favorite scene?
Let me think. The scene with remember when they woke up Rodan? The entire sequence was fucking amazing. That was pretty good. Like the flying all of that shit.
Woke up Rodan?
Yeah, they wake up Rodan, and then they try to get his attention, and then they're all flying to get away from him just to get him to King Ghidorah. That was some good shit right there. I really liked the directing of that scene. Very hectic, a lot of chaos in all the cuts, all this and that. Oh, we're looking at it from this angle. We're looking at it from that angle. Oh my god, Rodan is literally so big, he covers the entire fucking screen most of the time. Very good director.
And he fights and all the planes just sacrifice themselves.
Yeah, all the planes died. Pretty sad.
Yeah, sad.
No.
They all sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
What the hell? Okay, so
do you really have nothing to say?
Yeah, that one is in the first half. Which is the first half of 2019 is actually entertaining because there's a lot of stuff constantly happening, so it's hard to get bored.
It actually makes sense that the second half would have to slow down. You've technically eaten all the you've gone too fast during the first half. You need to slow down. Give me some build up. Give some build up.
Yeah, but even then, you can still make the slow down part entertaining.
It technically was pretty
interesting.
I mean, technically it wasn't.
You can make the second half interesting even if it's slow down.
Yeah, the second half.
And that is when I noticed, that the human element is not that good.
Technically, the human element was almost never really that good. The best human elements were from the original fucking Godzilla. In terms of drama, not in terms of how stupid it is, in terms of the drama, in terms of the seriousness of it, the human drama in the original Godzilla.
2014 and 2019 is very serious.
Yeah, I suppose
they make it very serious,
which is why it's a bit hard to really actually make it good, because think about it, most of the other serious Godzilla plots aren't too good as well, I guess.
I'm not sure. I didn't watch a whole lot of Godzilla movies. It's a bit hard for
me to say because I've never really heard I've never heard that many people say, "Oh, the older movies had amazing story," which is very interesting. The original Godzilla.
There's one of the guy in the Discord. He watched Godzilla before me. He actually recommended
the original.
There's a 2001. No, one of the Godzilla movie in the 2000s, in the 21st century. And he say Godzilla Mothra King Ghidorah Counterattack, I think that's the name.
Shit, I don't remember. GMK?
And he says, GMK.
Yeah, I've heard GMK is a very interesting take on Godzilla. You could go check it out.
He say, and I asked him why it's good. He say it has actually interesting human drama.
Very nice. GMK,
yeah.
I don't know.
And also, Godzilla. Okay, no, that's not serious, so I'm not sure whether I can bring this up. Yeah, Final Wars actually has interesting human drama.
It's interesting human
because
drama.
It's so stupid.
It's so stupid. It's actually hilarious to watch.
Yeah, I can watch it again.
No, it is.
I can watch it again, and it has the best characters.
Yeah, the best character in the form of that buff American. Is he American? I don't know.
I'm not sure. And he carries a katana around for no reason.
Yeah, he's so cool. He is the ultimate weeaboo. He is the greatest character in Japanese film history.
And he just keeps saying stuff in English, and people somehow understand him. And somehow he can understand everyone's Japanese.
What a great character! Holy shit! No, that is literally how it transcends stupidity. It doesn't care. It's just there for fun. It's just there to be so fun, so entertaining. Yeah. Fuck.
And then he has a relationship with the reporter. They clearly.
See, I don't remember that. Then again,
they clearly like each other. They are clearly into each other, but there is the film didn't devote its time to develop the relationship between those two characters. Yeah, but you can clearly see they are into each other, and it looks like a guy in middle age with a girl in a young age, or younger in her 20s.
Oh shit! Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, and the aliens. Have you seen the aliens design?
Oh yeah, the aliens are shit. That's pretty wacky.
The aliens, they are basically Matrix.
Oh no.
They look like the Matrix suit, and pretend they are cool.
Yep. And that's what makes it.
And yes, It has the fastest betrayal plot in the
Here's the
film
fastest
history.
betrayal plot. It's just there, then it goes, yep, I betrayed you. Boom, everyone fucking fights. Shit.
Well, where do you stop? What you say you watched half of it?
I think I stopped doing the part with the motorcycle. I remember motorcycles and an empty street.
Oh, the motorcycle fight! Are you talking about
I
the
think so.
motorcycle
I
fight?
think I stopped there. I don't know
that one
why.
is so. That one is great. That one is great too. The motorcycle fight is so ridiculous. It's really entertaining.
Oh no! Oh shit! Oh fuck!
Yeah, my friend say that he wants to buy the boots. He wants that boots from the guys because the one of the guy he's like holding the motorcycle and his leg clearly touched the road and there isn't any friction.
Oh wow!
None of the friction happen. Yeah. So my friend say he wants that boots because it doesn't have any friction.
Frictionless boots.
It is so good.
Whoa.
And the motorcycle still keep going. That means that he didn't really stop. I don't know whether the motorcycle is stronger or the guy's boots is stronger because the motorcycle still keep going.
Huh. That's pretty interesting.
Basically the whole motorcycle fight is gold as well.
Nice. I should go and rewatch it or something.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's totally worth watching.
Are you excited for Godzilla vs Kong? Or is it Kong vs Godzilla?
Yes. Yes, because I'm a Godzilla fag.
Yeah, we're all Godzilla fags, motherfucker.
Even though 2014 and 2019 isn't actually very good, in my opinion. Well, 2019 improved on it. 2019 improved on
they're
it.
good for what they are, I guess. I
think 2019 improved on it, and actually I can recommend 2019 to people. But even then,
even then you were.
There are other Godzilla movies that does the things better than 2019. There are other Godzilla movies does things.
I suppose the only thing this one has that it's a bit. I think it's this. There is one factor that's very hard to argue against. Is basically the scale of it. The way everything is directed. This is a Hollywood Godzilla movie.
What do you mean by scale? If you mean by
just like
scale,
the cinematography, everything, the effects and shit. This, as I said before, this is a Hollywood Godzilla movie. This is a real Hollywood Godzilla movie with all the
in terms of that,
fighting.
I don't think. If you talk about the cinematography, the budget, the effects, and the Hollywoodness, I think none of
course, that's very hard to.
Godzilla movies. Yeah, if you talk about basically the presentation, I think none of the Godzilla movies beat that because it's Hollywood. I mean,
but in terms of like the pure Godzilla spirit, it's a bit hard.
Well, the pure Godzilla spirit, I'm sure there are many Godzilla films that has just as much, if not more, Godzilla spirit than this one. I mean, wait. I'm not sure, but Godzilla Final War also have Super Saiyan Godzilla. Okay, no, that's all. I was gonna say maybe there isn't any Godzilla movies that has Super Saiyan Godzilla.
I only remember Godzilla vs. Destroyer has a technical.
Really? It has Super Saiyan Godzilla?
Technically, it's like Super Saiyan Godzilla. It's just a Godzilla like who's like his nuclear shit is like overheating and stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna die. He's gonna die in that movie. I know about that. Yeah, and he self-destructs.
Oh no.
Yeah, he self-destructs, and then the radiation he releases is absorbed by his son, and his son becomes the next Godzilla.
Which is pretty cool.
I didn't watch it. That's what I read in Wikipedia.
You should watch it. It was a pretty good fucking movie. It's a very good movie, actually. Technically, I think that was the one that was supposed to, like... It was basically a story about ending Godzilla. They did it very well.
What do you mean by ending Godzilla?
Godzilla's gonna fucking die, yo. And they, of course, had to write a story centering around the fact that this creature, who has spawned such a long series of movies, is going to die.
But he comes back a few years later.
Yeah, he comes back a few years later. But in terms of presentation, in terms of presenting it as a film about Godzilla dying, it does it very well. Like in terms of how they develop, like the people's relationship with Godzilla after he fucking goes through Japan multiple fucking times. The fact that
sometimes as a hero and sometimes as a menace.
Yes. And the fact that the monster, Destroyer, is basically the oxygen destroyer from the original movie. They bring something back from the beginning to end him, in a sense. Even though
I don't know that. Yeah, I actually don't know of that.
To just watch the fucking movie. I spoiled it for you.
I didn't. I said
it's
fine.
It's fine. That's what I said. Then just watch the movie.
Yeah, sure.
It's a good movie, man.
There are plenty of Godzilla movie. Okay, from now, the Godzilla movies I'm interested to watch is only the Mechagodzilla. The Mechagodzilla series in the 21st century. It's actually 2 parts.
Oh yeah, that one.
The
one in the Millennium
Tokyo SOS and the one. Yeah, you know which one I refer to.
I have watched
2-part Mechagodzilla series.
That was like years ago. I was still a kid. I've forgotten most of it.
I'm just only interested in that, and everything else I'm actually quite skeptical. But I have a feeling that most of them just are only good for their, well, especially in the Heisei era, the goofy ones, they are only good for their fight, their goofy fights, and the human drama might not be that good.
I've heard Godzilla versus Hedorah. I've heard Godzilla versus Hedorah is basically one really trippy fucking movie. I've never watched it though, but it could be very entertaining.
Oh, I see. Oh, I also watched GMK because my friend in Discord recommended me.
Oh, you fucking watched it already? I think you haven't. Shit.
I haven't. I say I'm gonna watch it.
I think you said you watched it. I misheard.
Yeah. GMK Counter Attack and the 2 Mechagodzilla movies.
Okay. That's pretty good. Oh shit, there was one. If I remember correctly, it's either Godzilla 2000 or something like that. That's a pretty good movie, if I remember correctly. I think that was the first Godzilla movie I've ever watched, actually. It was pretty good.
The one with the red laser?
The red laser?
2000 is the one with the red laser. Yes. The Godzilla in 2000, he shoots red or atomic breath.
I don't remember that. I do remember him nearly getting eaten, and then he just fires a laser and kills the fucking monster from the inside. It was really kick-ass. And it was very trippy too. That
monster is the scariest monster. When I was young, when I was playing the Godzilla PS2, when I see that monster, I lose my shit. he looks the most scary. He's the scariest monster.
He is, isn't
to me, in my eyes.
Big buff
when I was young,
monster thing coming by, going, "Yeah, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass."
Yeah, it's a very large arm.
Yeah, that was the movie. He was I don't even remember his fight though. Did he even fight for that long? Shit, I don't even remember like the.
I'm not sure.
I don't even remember.
But I know he scared the shit out of me.
You might as well go watch it. Might as well relive your fucking fears from where that monster.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that guy anymore. I'm not afraid of that monster anymore. That was a young me.
Then you must relearn your fears.
I've seen a leak, which I don't really believe it.
Was it the Godzilla fighting game thing?
Yeah.
I have heard of it.
But our system works. I don't believe that shit.
It is very interesting, though. I will be looking out for it.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I don't believe it.
I'm taking this with like a sea's worth of salt. Like this entire sea, I'm going to evaporate it and eat all the salt in the sea. Because
now, what does it mean? What does it mean when we refer to something? Take it as a grain of salt.
When you eat a grain of salt, you of course don't fucking like it. Yes, it's a bit too salty on your tongue. You go, it's a bit weird. So basically, you're just taking it like there's a bit of doubt in how you're gonna take it. You're gonna be very doubtful about taking a grain of salt, in a sense.
Oh,
actually, no. You might as well just check up the fucking definition. I think I fucked up. Sorry. You might as well check it up yourself.
But I'm playing games.
Motherfucker. Yeah, sure. I'll do it myself then. Keep talking.
Wow. I don't have anything more to say about Godzilla. I mean, this whole podcast, for now, we talk about nothing but Godzilla.
Huh.
Yeah, because we are both very big Godzilla fans. But you clearly watch more Godzilla movies than me.
I don't think so. I don't really watch them more actively than you.
For now, so I only watched like 4 Godzilla movies. I didn't even watch the original one.
Shit, you should, man. The original is fucking is a great movie. It's not a monster.
There's actually there's a bunch of movies I want to watch, but I just don't watch them because I will go and watch anime.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's the true story. Like there are so many movies, so many interesting movies out there
at least watch
from all over the world. Probably.
Yeah, you should actually.
Because probably do it in the cinema for the ultimate theater experience.
Island.
Oh, wait. Godzilla? I thought you referred to Godzilla vs. Kong.
No. I thought we already.
Yeah, no. Okay. Kong Skull Island, I did watch that with someone in the... I was not gonna watch it, but we had to burn time.
Oh.
We had to kill some time. You know how the movie bus in Saturday, they only come at like 5 in the evening.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's Saturday. 5 in the evening.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. That if in the morning they go to the mall, you know, right? At the movie.
And they only come hours later at 5 in the evening.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And we have to kill some time. So we have no choice but to watch Kong Skull Island.
Was it okay?
It's okay.
I liked it.
It's okay. Very, 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 very okay.
It's very mediocre in a sense.
Yeah, I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I don't really remember anything about it as well. I like the ending. I like the ending fight, I guess.
No, I don't even remember the final fight. Even though the final fight has 2 big monsters really punching each other, I think they actually didn't cut it out, if I remember correctly. They actually didn't cut it out.
And they did it in pure daylight, which is something the other, like the Godzilla movies, didn't do. Actually, they're always in the dark.
They didn't. Yeah.
The last fight for Kong Skull Island was in the morning.
It's in
very bright. Oh, you can see everything. It was amazing.
But I don't remember. But I still do not remember what happened.
Well, sucks for you then.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't have anything more to say.
I don't have anything more to say as well, I think. So,
Really? Okay, let me check. How much time do we have left?
Yep.
Okay, we have 8 minutes left.
What the fuck do we do in 8 minutes?
Wow. I don't know. I know that I have a lot of stories to say.
But your stories are pretty long as shit.
What?
But your stories may be pretty long as shit.
Yeah, it might be long, but I'll just pick out a few. Okay, do you care about John Wick? Or action movies?
No, I don't.
Okay, god damn it. Because after Godzilla, we go watch John Wick, and we have a way better experience.
What?
With John Wick.
I haven't watched John Wick.
Yeah, but since you don't really care about action movies or
I don't care about
John Wick.
that many movies in general.
Yeah, so I will just stop, I guess, or no, because I noticed something.
What?
Something weird from my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we all really enjoy John Wick, but so we talk about it after watching the movie, and I just try to start discussion like, what is your favorite scene? What is your favorite action scene in John Wick? And they don't have anything. They don't have any opinion. They say any of them is fine. Yes.
Maybe all of them are. Maybe all of them are just that good.
Now I'm just surprised because John Wick has a bunch of, there's so many fight scenes and so many action scenes, and yeah, I think it's actually worth to start a discussion about which is your favorite scene in John Wick. Like, you ask me, what is my favorite scene in Godzilla 2019? I basically ask them, what is your favorite fight scenes in John Wick? And they just don't have any opinion of it. they say they're all fine.
Huh. Maybe
But clearly we all enjoy it.
Maybe they didn't have enough time to like pick out a favorite. They're all so hyped up. They're still hyped up.
Well, I was thinking, I picked my favorite on the spot to them. I picked my favorite fighting scenes.
Maybe you just have a
on the spot.
You have maybe more.
I have a maybe. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh. Hello. Okay, something's wrong. The mic. Hello? Damn it.
Motherfucker.
Wait, there's voice. Hello. No, wait, I hear you.
Hello.
I heard you. Yeah, I heard you.
Yep.
Okay, I think it's fine now.
Should be fine now. We had a bit of a cut there.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know. Nothing happened on my side.
Okay, fine.
Very weird.
Okay, fine. You just move on. What is I trying to say just now?
I'm thinking maybe you have a more. You know what you want, I guess. You are more in tune with your tastes. You know what you want. You saw what you want. You know how to gauge the favorability of the things that you like. So that's why it's more easier for you to pick out your favorite in a sense. Maybe it could be a lot of things, I guess.
Well, I mean, I have to admit I do spend way too much time trying to figure out what I like.
That's good. At the very least, you know what priorities you have. You know your agency when it comes to stuff.
Yeah, but I still think I spend way too much time on it. Instead of trying to actually go out and analyze a film or anime or maybe a video games I like.
I mean, it's good to know your taste, I guess. You need to have a benchmark. The problem is, how far can you go before you say, stop, I have a benchmark already, I don't need to develop it any further.
Well, maybe. So, maybe you are right. I think I can stop figuring it out. I can stop making a benchmark because I just finished writing a blog about it last night. Trying to discern my taste. Yes.
Okay.
I did it. I finished writing it, and I think I can just stop looking at it. Stop trying to figure out my own taste and go out and just watch something and analyze it.
Write a review of it. You need to understand your taste can change based on the stuff you watch.
Yeah,
based on how much you watch.
I know. I'm aware of it. I think for now this is what I think of my taste, but I still don't have any hard conclusive evidence of it. I might be wrong about it because this is what I think of myself. Maybe I am wrong.
Maybe, who knows?
But for now, we should just stop here and then go and watch and go and do something, review or something with the criteria, my own personal criteria.
You might as well do that. Do something productive with the shit you learn.
Yeah.
So, are we stopping now?
Yeah. There's also something I need to tell you. Do you know about LGBTQ Pride Month?
What the fuck?
Yeah, LGBTQ
Pride Month. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's this month.
Yes, I know. I've heard about it.
I also don't know about it until I learned it from someone I don't remember.
Okay.
And then the first thing I think of is let's watch some Yuri or yaoi stuff.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Are you serious? Is that like the only thing you're gonna think about?
Yeah, that's the first thing I think of.
Oh no!
I can cash in on. I can use this as an excuse to watch or read something Yuri or something yaoi.
So to fuel your degeneracy, you're going to use LGBT Pride Month. That was a joke, mind you.
And yeah,
you not fucking understand like the absurdity of your excuse. Like in terms of like LGBT Pride Month.
I do not understand how absurd it is. But yeah, I'm just going to do this anyway because I don't think I'm a normal person. I think I work outside the logical reasoning, outside the human rationalities. So I'm going to use this as an excuse anyway.
So you're retarded?
And
no, that's a joke. Take that seriously. No. No.
I'm retarded.
Oh shit. Yeah. To be honest, I'm a little bit retarded. Fuck me.
Okay.
Don't be Alex Jones, man. Don't be Alex Jones. Come on.
And then I actually did do something.
Yay.
The first thing I do is actually trying to pull my friend into watching something with me, something LGBT-ish.
What did they think about it?
Well, they just roll along.
Oh.
Yeah, they just roll along. They didn't say I'm a crazy or something, which is, well, I think they are used to it or something. I think they are used to it because they know me for so long.
Either they're used to your crazy, or they really see you as a good friend, and they're just they're trying to make you happy or something like that. Play along, see what the fuss is.
Do you know what I do?
What do you
to my friends?
What do you do?
I made a PCP lecture on the history of Yuri and Yaoi.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Did you literally go through like a lot of research for that shit?
Well, not a whole lot, but I do a bit to refresh my memories because I remember watching or reading some Yuri history. Before I do the lecture, I just go and refresh the memories. And then I did a lecture about the history of those two genres to my friend.
Oh shit, are you serious? Did you not record
it? Yes. And unfortunately, no, because I don't have a camera.
What do you think?
My own lecture?
What did he think about your lecture?
What did he think? Oh, I didn't ask for feedback. I just do it.
He just nodded and left. He was like, "Yeah, sure, thanks for the lecture." Ooh, and he
I asked him. Originally, it's going to have two listeners, but one of the listeners he cannot come, so he only left one guy. There's only one attendee, which is sad. Yeah, very sad. And I asked him, "What? Do you have any question?" And he says, "No. But maybe there will be when we start watching stuff." And he didn't ask any questions.
Huh.
And yeah, if I actually going to meet some more real life friends in the future, I'll probably do this lecture again because it's fun.
They're gonna fucking think you're weird, my brother.
I don't care. I like it. And especially when Yuri is a genre I really like.
Okay.
Even if most people don't care about the genre. And most people I know in real life don't care about the genre.
I don't really care about it.
Yeah, but PCP lectures, those guys, when they do a topic, I thought those people don't care about the topics. It's only the lecturer himself care about it.
Oh yeah, that is true. There was a point, I think if I remember correctly, in one of the I don't remember, in one of the podcasts, was it the PCP Cup podcast, they did say that, dude, this is not a place where you learn shit. I think it's for like the Kingdom Hearts one. They talked about the Kingdom Hearts lecture in one of the podcasts, and they were like, dude, This is something that nobody fucking gives a shit about except for the lecturer. This is something you shouldn't give a shit about. The joke is that there is a person that is so obsessed with Kingdom Hearts. He is literally going to have a lecture about it. Who does that? That's the joke. Even though it's a pretty nice, educational, funny joke, it's a fucking joke. You're not there to learn anything.
But we still watch it.
Yeah, but we still watch it because it's the fucking PCP. They're amazing.
When I first learned about PCP lecture through the Guilty Gear lore, I was like, holy shit, they are doing a lecture on a video game lore, and they presented like a university lecture. Holy shit, that's awesome. Yep. I'm going to watch it. And then I learned about Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, some YouTubers, and I don't know what the Munchies even talk about. I try to understand what Munchie is saying, and I don't know what is his lecture about. You don't know what
Munchie's talking about?
I don't know.
No, there is one.
What the hell is he talking about?
There's one that's about like about the saga of like some shit. I don't remember what he's called. He's something like acting or something like that. Where he's acting like in real life, or some shit like that. And it's a method act. It's not method acting. Shit, I forgot.
Well, hold on. Can you repeat? Because I don't catch it.
There is one. I only know one lecture by him. That is about like this guy who is basically acting like a fucking retard, and it's basically a chronicling of how he did it for so long. And how amazingly stupid and how funny it was for everyone involved. That was basically like his story. I don't know about the other one. There was one about, what was it? Human something as we know it or some shit like that. I don't remember. That one I didn't really finish because I didn't know what the hell that was going. But Munchie's stuff is fucking weird. That's why I love him. He's such a great guy.
Yeah, and then I think that's all I can say. Yeah. I'm very interested in doing a lecture inspired by the PCP lecture.
Yeah, sure.
And this about Yuri and Yaoi. But I didn't do a lot of research like them. I just do it with my limited knowledge of Yuri and Yaoi.
Actually, try and research a lot more. Like, make a legitimate funny joke lecture about some guy who's so like interested, who's so into Yuri, he has to make a lecture about it. That's like 1 to 2 hours long. That will get you some attention. I swear to God.
Yeah, I can actually do that, but I don't know where to find citations. I've actually talked about this. I'm
still in the fucking uni. I might as well help you get some.
But I don't know where to get citations and articles about the two genres.
I said I'm still in fucking university. I could look for shit like this for you. You know that? I still have the university libraries.
If you can manage to find it, that would be insane.
I swear to God, I'll go look for it. I swear. Once the exam's over, I'll fucking do it.
Okay, fine. You can help me look for it.
Yeah, but it may be very.
Yeah, Yuri and Yaoi.
It may be very wordy. There may be things that you yourself aren't really interested in. I don't know.
Yeah, I can try my best to look through it. This is going to have a lot of work.
Yeah, sure. Now what? Anything else to say?
Now what?
Nothing else, I guess.
Nothing actually. Yeah. Afterwards, after the lecture, we just go and watch a Yuri show, and then.
To the end.
No, actually, I don't enjoy that show.
Oh no. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's basically another topic by this point. But I say that. Yeah, I think I'm not a fan of Yuri. After watching that thing.
You said you fucking liked it.
Yeah, even though a few minutes ago I said I'm a fan of Yuri. Because I'm still hesitating about
Was it that bad that you immediately rescinded your love for Yuri? You're
okay, well, hold on.
Yeah?
Hold on. Have I ever told you that Yuri is a genre I struggle?
I thought it was
Have I ever told you this before?
Yaoi that you were struggling with.
No.
What the fuck?
It's Yuri. Yaoi, well, both has their own problem. The problem Yaoi is I don't know where to start.
Oh.
And the problem with Yuri is has another different problems.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, Yaoi, since I don't know where to start, I didn't read much Yaoi, so I know a lot less about Yaoi. Yuri is different. I actually sing a lot of stuff, read a lot of stuff, and watch enough stuff.
Oh.
And yeah, I don't think, and I always struggle with it. Like a lot of Yuri things, like even though they are considered very good by the Yuri community, even though they are considered good, I just don't get their appeal. I just find them very boring.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not tickling your taste. It's not something that gets you.
Yeah, it doesn't get me. I'm just not into it. And I was thinking like, maybe I'm never into Yuri. And this show, again, I'm not into it. I don't think. And a lot of these
Wait, so are you
Yuri
trying
things.
to say that you basically lied to yourself into thinking you liked Yuri, and then this show told you, no, you fucking don't. Stop.
No. Okay, so my problem with Yuri genre is that, yeah, I don't know why. I just don't know why there are so many Yuri that I dislike. Even if that Yuri thing is popular among the Yuri community.
Huh.
Even it's considered good by the Yuri community. And there's a whole very, very a lot of Yuri manga that I just don't like it.
Oh, wow.
I just don't remember about them.
Wow, okay. That's pretty
Yeah.
Bad. I don't really
And
do
then
you have anything else to say?
yeah, okay, where do I stop at? Yeah. No, there's a lot that I don't like. And yeah, and I cannot really say, and a lot of them isn't even that like offensive or bad. I don't really think they're offensive or bad. I just like think, yeah, they're just not for me. I cannot really like criticize them.
I guess.
Yeah, and yeah, so there is actually, yeah, even though I consider myself a fan of Yuri, there is not a whole lot of Yuri I like. And this one, and that Yuri show I watch, I also don't think it's that bad. I think that I can see someone enjoys it. And I was thinking, yeah. And since I recently tried to figure out my own taste, and I was thinking that, yeah, I came to the conclusion that maybe I was never into Yuri. Like I was just like, I think that I only care about aesthetic. I only care about aesthetic.
You don't care about the story or something like that? Or you do, like, but a lot less than, you know.
Yeah, I think I put aesthetic at the highest priority, and everything else just less so.
Oh.
And I never care about romance genre at all. And Yuri has a lot of romance.
Oh, okay.
Well, Yuri has a lot to do with the romance genre.
Yeah, of course it has a lot to do with the romance genre. It is basically romance between like two people of the same
girls. Yeah, romance between girls.
So
yeah, and I was just into
the aesthetic of it.
I was just into Yuri because they are girls. They are anime girls, and that's it. I actually do not care about the romance side of it. I don't care about the relationship at all. I think if I think about that, I think that might explain my problem with Yuri genre, and it might explain why I don't like so many of them. because I don't care about the relationship at all.
You don't care about the
I
relationship.
just want to
Then
see.
again, you did say you have a problem connecting with characters or something like that, before.
Yeah, connecting with characters.
That could be your problem actually. It's a very big inherent problem though.
Yeah, but oh yeah, have I told you I watched Liz and the Bluebird?
I have not heard of this.
Okay. Yeah, that's really weird. That's a really weird story. Really weird Kodo's character arc.
Oh.
Yeah, it happens like a few months ago.
Okay.
Like, yeah. So I told you that I watched HBK, right?
Yes, you have told me that.
Yeah, do you remember I told you how much I hate HBK?
Oof, ouch, ow. I do not remember the hate part though.
Okay, I watched HBK, I dislike it, and dislike it so much that I think I'm not into... Okay, that's another topic. Okay, basically, I just watched HBK and I just very, very dislike it. And this is... I think it's during the point? No. Oh yes, wait, I think it is. And once again, remind me that I don't care. I cannot connect with characters.
Oh no.
Aside from not liking the 2 seasons of it, I also think maybe I cannot connect with characters, cannot relate with characters. That's why I don't like HBK. That's what I thought at first. And then until I watched Liz and the Bluebird, and I just fucking freaked out.
Oh. Huh.
And I have to go to work. I was like, no, I don't want to go to work. I want to figure out why this happens. I actually really I connect to the characters in Liz and the Bluebird like hell.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I just and then Liz and the Bluebird is like a spin-off film from HBK. It uses the same characters, and I don't care about the characters in HBK. But in Liz and the Bluebird, suddenly, wait, why did I connect to them so much? And why do I like this movie so much?
Oh wow.
And like during that few days, I would just like freak out. Like, wait, why do I connect with characters? I never connect with characters before. That is a me.
That's very interesting, actually. Okay. So.
And it's really weird.
So have you by the looks of it, you have learned something, right, from this liking of this spin-off?
Yeah, and when I think about it, and afterwards, I think I can sometimes relate to characters, but they never really... After Liz and the Bluebird, sometimes I notice I can relate to characters, but they don't really make me like the film or the anime as much, even though I can relate to the characters. And that makes me think, and that makes Liz all the more amazing because that Liz and the Bluebird, maybe even if you take away that the connecting with characters part, the other aspect, I actually really like it.
Oh wow, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know what. I'm talking about myself.
Yeah, you seem to be. You're at like uncharted territory. This is a point where you could, at the very least, develop it more if you have the time.
What do you mean by developing more?
You yourself said you didn't know where the hell you were going with this. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it sounds a bit like crazy. Yeah, so even though I connect with characters in Liz and the Bluebird very much, afterward, like most of the time, I still don't really connect with characters. Even when I do like relate to characters, they don't really like elevate their experience.
Very interesting. It doesn't elevate your experience. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
It doesn't make it like more or the more better.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And I still think that maybe I'm not into Yuri right now.
What could convince you, though?
Yeah, I told you I'm only into the aesthetic, and I don't care about romantic relationship, and I cannot connect with characters. This and the Bluebird doesn't do it enough. Like, even though, yeah, maybe it might prove that I can connect with characters. This and the Bluebird might can, but it's just one movie, and ever since then, I didn't feel as strongly in other stuff.
Okay. I don't really know how to add to this, though.
Yeah, you're quiet. You are very quiet.
Yeah, I'm very quiet. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think we can just stop here.
Stop here for my sake.
Or you wanna talk about your stories?
I don't really know what the shit to talk about by this point.
Okay, fine. We can just stop here. Like, it's like 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Stop here.
Okay.
So, that was episode 15 of Erratic Symposium. Thank you for listening, guys. We hope to see you either next week, or the next 2 weeks. Who knows? See you guys.